Easy people, welcome back to my channel at Big Steve MCFC. There's been a lot happened. Can't lie, I've not done a video for a long time, but shit has happened. First of all, we've become the world champions of football. Manchester City Football Club. Little City, remember that one? Little City, all that shit. Well, I'm sorry, we are sat proudly at the top table of world football with the gold badge ready to be debuted on the shirt tonight at Goodison Park. World Champions 2023. What a year. What a 12-month. Premier League champions. FA Cup winners against the odd mob over the road. Going to stop our treble, apparently. Didn't happen. Champions League winners. Super Cup winners. Club World Cup winners. 5. Manchester City Football Club. 5 trophies. 1 calendar year. Never been done in the history of English football has any team won the 5. But we have, but we got no history. Remember that. But anyway, people, I hope you enjoyed your Christmas. I hope you had plenty of turkey, stuffing, pigs in blankets. I hope Father Christmas brought everything you wanted. He brought everything I wanted. I wanted the World Club Cup. Ever since I was a kid and I seen that gold badge on the shirts of Real Madrid, Barcelona, Man United, Liverpool, I always thought, I'd like to get that on my shirt one day. And next week, I'm going to the shop. I don't care if I have to buy another shirt. I will be getting that gold badge on the centre of my shirt. But anyway, people, let me tell you about the adventures in Saudi Arabia. Let me tell you about the magical kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Now, when you're going out to these places, you hear all these rumours about various things, human rights records and all that. So going to Saudi Arabia for me, I was thinking, we'll get there, might be a bit of a shithole, we'll go to the grounds, we'll do what we're doing and that, and then a nice few days and we'll come home. Got to the airport with my mate Imran and Lee and Nigel, who written the book, To the Blue Moon and Back. A lot of you got this book for Christmas and been sending me a message. Amazon available now, To the Blue Moon and Back. We all got on our flight. On our flight was Jack Grealish's dad. Big up Kevin Grealish. Always a pleasure. Julian Alvarez's mum, dad, brother, sister. Everyone was on there. The whole crew. Mike Somerby, Danny Wilson. All the City boys was on the flight. Anyway, we're all on the flight. We goes over to Saudi Arabia. Now, I don't know if anyone knows about this. The Muslim guys in the chat will be, right? But I was getting educated on the flight. Apparently, Saudi Arabia, a lot of people go to pilgrimage to Mecca and stuff like that. Imran, who comes with us, our friend, he was going there. And when you land, you have to be dressed in this two-piece, like 2 towels. So on the way there, on the plane, every fucker on the plane is getting changed in the toilets. There's 6 toilets, 8 toilets, whatever. Everyone's queuing up. Big Steve has had 2 litres of Pepsi Max and needs a piss. Yeah? 45 minutes. I'm stood outside the toilet waiting for a piss because somebody is getting changed, cleaning his feet and whatever he needs to do. It's not on, lads. Us English need to have a piss. You need to have a bit of respect. You can get changed anytime you want. But when Big Steve needs a piss, my fucking teeth were floating, right? That's how bad it was, yeah? Anyway, they all got the gear on and that. We landed in Saudi Arabia. They've all gone doing what they're doing. Fair play. I was greeted in Saudi Arabia by a Manchester City supporter called Zeus. He was a guy off Instagram that I'd only met on Instagram. He said, "Don't worry, Steve, I'll pick you up." So in the airport, me and the boys, we bought him a City kit, a shirt, the home shirt, as a thank you. We landed in Saudi, and there he was waiting for us with a big bouquet of flowers, blue and white flowers. The welcome was insane. Anyway, we gets in the car, we drives to the hotel. Zeus, what a guy. Come out of his way, come to Saudi Arabia at the airport, picked us up, taking us back to the hotel. It's probably like 1, 2 a.m. Gets to the hotel. Bear in mind, this hotel, I'd booked about 9 rooms for everybody in there. Everybody jumped on because I was staying there, no problem. Gets there. Sorry, Big Steve. Booking.com have cancelled your room. Nice. 3 a.m. Saudi Arabia. Big Steve, Nigel, and Imran have got no digs. Yeah. Everybody else who jumped on, whose room I got for him, has got digs. So avoid the Jasmine Garden Hotel in Jeddah, because the guy behind the counter just stood there smirking. He fucking done me head right in. So anyway, lucky for us, we were with Zeus. Zeus has gone next door, managed to negotiate with the guy in the hotel a suite. So we've ended up in a better suite. So we've ended up in a suite. Then we decided we're going to go for food. So Zeus took us out for food. Amazing. Everybody in Saudi Arabia, everybody from the guy on the street to everyone wants to talk football. Youth football, Manchester City, welcome Saudi Arabia. Most hospitable place I've ever been in my life. Nobody wants anything from you. You can't even give them a tip. They don't want now. They just want you to have a good time. They just want to look after you. Just want to talk football. Anyway, the next day we get up early. We have a bit of chicken. Al bake. Everyone told me, if you're in Saudi Arabia, eat Al bake chicken. It is sensational shit. I can't lie. It's not fried chicken, it's roasted chicken, apparently. The spicy one's got spices in it. Listen, if you're in Saudi Arabia, I believe there's one in Dubai, go Al bake, because it blew my head off. Mint gear. The weather was superb. There's quite a few City fans knocking about. We all had a bit of a meet up down by the beach. There's no alcohol at all. Zero alcohol. Not even in the hotel, you can't get it. You get 0% in the supermarket, but other than that, you can't get it. So first game, Uriah Red Diamonds. We go to the King Abdullah Aziz Stadium, 15 minutes away. We get there, fan zone, massive fan zone attached to the stadium. We go in, and I can only describe it as a celebration of football. There were rival fans in there from every team. There was Arsenal, Liverpool, United, all the Saudi teams. There was Uriah Red Diamonds, there was Fluminense. We were all in there together. No trouble. No animosity. No one giving each other shit. It was just a celebration of football. It was quite refreshing to see. You could get a drink. You could go to the toilet. You could play interactive games. You could win cars. You could do everything you want. It was just so refreshing to go to a game and just want to enjoy yourself. And it wasn't about who won or who could get this on him or you're this and you're that. It was crazy. The hospitality that they did was crazy. The facilities were crazy. We get in the stadium. Now, my only criticism is Manchester City should have gave us a couple of blocks behind the net. Fluminense had a block behind the net, all Fluminense. Uriah Red Diamonds had a block behind the net, all Uriah Red Diamonds. We had 75% of the stadium and we were scattered everywhere. So there was City fans behind the net, City fans on level 2, City fans on level 3. We should have condensed us all behind the net. We would have had a bit of a firm, you know what I mean? That first night, that game, Uriah Red Diamonds, my phone was going up, we seen you on the telly. We had the time of our lives, let me tell you that. Probably 200 City fans on the lower deck, Mancunians, English, mixed in with a load of Saudis, and we just had a party. We did not stop partying. We won 3-0, easy work. We partied in the night away. Big shout out to my mate Mike from Leicester, who I've never seen him not pissed. He was sober. At one point, he's holding scarves with Saudis and he's getting involved. He was even trying to swap his flip-flops at the end. I don't know if it's a Saudi tradition, but Mike, you know who you are. You were trying to swap your flip-flops at the end, mate. But the Saudi guy even turned your flip-flops down. He didn't want Lonsdale flip-flops from Sports Direct. He had his own ones, proper leather ones made out in Saudi. So he got knocked back with that. But no, we had a fantastic time with young Jensen from Withenshaw, young kid. He came with Eddie, and they had the time of their lives, and we all did. We didn't stop singing. We were sweating. We were that much, but they wanted our pictures with us. Big Steve, can you do a video? Can you do a TikTok? Can I do this? Can I do that? No problem. No problem. We just did it. And it really shocked a lot of us. We got back to our hotel. A lot of the guys were like, you know what? I've had one of the best times in my life. And I've done that at a drink. They just absolutely love football. We all went out for food after that again. I'll bake. Got on the next morning. We had a bit of a free day. I had a bit of a mooch around the old town, around the marina, had some food and stuff. But everybody wanted to come and have a picture. Everybody wanted to talk to you about Saudi Arabia. They've got a lot of things going on, the infrastructure and what they're building for the World Cup and all that. It's going to be immense. The shopping malls, everything out there was unbelievable. We went shopping, a lot of City fans in the malls, a lot of Saudi Arabian fans. I stand out like a sore thumb. I'm 6 foot odd with a bald head and tattoos all over me. So I'm like, who's this guy? I even had to have a quick visit to the hospital. I had a bit of an ear infection. But Zeus, my man in Saudi Arabia, he came to the hotel. He picked me up. He booked a hospital. He took me to this hospital, the most cleanest hospital I've ever been in my life. I went in there, camera up the nose, camera in the ear. You got an infection between the nose and the ear. Tetanus spray and all that cost me £100. I was in and out in half an hour. Next day, I'm fine. I mean, so even going to hospitals and that out there when you're thinking it's going to be ropey, it was unbelievable. You know what I mean? And people are going to get onto this video and go, what about the human rights record and what about this? I get all that, but I don't really know anything about that. I'm just trying to tell you my experience of Saudi Arabia from a football fan visiting, right? Every single person I met in Saudi Arabia, whether it was the guy in the hotel, the guy serving the chicken, the guy sweeping the road, the lads eating chicken in the restaurant, were unbelievable. We bumped into a group of Man United supporters in a restaurant and we got talking to them that much. We were there for hours. And Imran was going to Mecca the next day. They said, we'll pick you up from your hotel and take you to Mecca. Going right out the way. They don't go nowhere near Mecca. They picked Imran up and took him to Mecca because they just wanted to help. And a lot of the thing we were saying was the Western media portrays Saudi Arabia as a bad country, but please tell people how good the country is. Now, I ain't lying. If Saudi Arabia is a shithole and it's fucked, I'm going to tell you that it's a shithole and it's fucked. But I'm going to tell you it ain't. I'm going to tell you it's unbelievable. From the beaches to the supermarkets to the way they host the events, the British way of watching football is not as good as theirs. And alcohol in this country and drugs has ruined a lot of things. And when you have to go and see the other side of the coin now to realise the experience. The match day experience in Saudi Arabia when we had no beer was fantastic compared to like we'll go to an away game and people will get drunk and have a bit whatever and all that and there's a bit of fighting and all that. It's mad that, man, when you think about it. It's mad. It's football. Do you know what I mean? And it opened a lot of people's eyes. And I'm not the only one that said it, you know what I mean? But like you say, it blew me away, the hospitality of the people. So we ended up, the guy that owned the hotel, I ended up giving him an Edison shirt and a bucket hat. So there's now a Sheikh guy walking around Saudi Arabia in a Manchester City Champions bucket hat that I got for a £5 outside the Etihad and Edison's shirt. So that's a sight to behold. The game against Fluminense, there was loads of Fluminense fans about in Jeddah. We kept bumping into him, having a bit of crack and that. It was sound. But the more the game was drawing on, we were like, you know what? We're going to have to get there early and that. So we get there early. We had to walk down to the fan zone again. Got in, no problem. Lots of Fluminense fans inside the fan zone with flags and all that. Great atmosphere, no trouble. There was a massive queue to have your picture took with Man City's trophies. I mean, I'm talking an insane queue. I got mobbed, loads of Saudi Arabian fans. I got nearly 6,000 extra followers on TikTok this week because of the Saudi fans. Must have had over 200, 300 pictures. That, not even exaggerating, just with people that wanted to talk football. Big Six, Saeed, Mank Talk. And it's mad that you're in Saudi Arabia and these people are watching you on YouTube. They couldn't believe it. the game, we got started to get a little bit nervous because it was a big game for us, you know what I mean? People can call this World Club Cup a tin pot trophy, and you know what? In some respects, it probably is. But we just had to get it off our back because people will always beat us with this stick. So we wanted to win it. The heat was horrendous. I thought, you know what? Could be an hard game. Same thing. We're all behind the net. Tried to get bunched up and that. The only criticism for me was the ticketing from City. I don't know why they just didn't give us 2 blocks, like I've said, behind the net. Get all the fans behind the net. They put us everywhere. Every other rival team had their own blocks. Fluminense had a block behind the net. But I don't know why they did that. But it was mad. We were mixed in with the Saudis. They were all giving a good atmosphere. So we did all right. We enjoyed ourselves. The show before the game, you guys didn't see it on TV, yeah? David Guetta, 20 minutes before the game, put on a DJ set in the stadium with fireworks and everything. It blew our heads off. Never seen anything like it in my life. It was better than the Champions League final. Never seen anything like it in my life. Everyone was dancing on the chairs, raving. It was just like unbelievable. And I was like, this is definitely the way to watch football when you get old like me. Sorry, see, I'm tired now. But I can't just, it was a celebration of football. You could go there, not too much pressure. We were the champions of Europe. We were going there big favourites. We had to win this. We went out there. We beat Fluminense 4-0. It was never a 4-0 game. Fluminense were a good side. And we won it. And to win 5 trophies in the calendar year is unreal. And to see the 5 trophies in the pictures after the game, what we've won, is an incredible achievement. And like you say, when you're a fan of this football club, you get a lot of shit. 99% of it is jealousy. Of course it is, we know that. But it's so sweet when these players keep performing on the pitch. It's so sweet when we keep collecting these trophies. Do you know what I mean? Man United's greatest achievement, the treble. We've done it. You will never win the league 3 times. We've done it. We've done our own history now. We've created our own history in English football. Centurions, never been done. Formidables, never been done. Quintuple, whatever it's called, 5 trophies in a calendar year. Never been done. So we're creating our own history, people. Manchester City Football Club, this football club, is creating its own history. Whether they like it or not, it's in the history books. And now the best one is the whole world and every man and his dog is relying on the Premier League charges. Do you realise how laughable that is? You know what I mean? 11v11 on the pitch. We've wiped the floor with every single team out there. We've wiped the floor with you. So instead of focusing on Sky and the Premier League and the charges, focus your energy on your own team. Go and ask the question why your own team isn't as good as our team. That's what you need to know. Why is your team not as good as ours? Why are Manchester City excelling all around the pitch? You can say it's cheating all you want. You've got no proof. You've got no proof. You're reeling the Daily Star and the Mirror and making your own conclusions up. We get that. We get it. You know what I mean? If that makes you feel better, knowing that, then do that. But when it all comes out in the washing, and it all comes out, and everything's put to bed, you will sit there and go, do you know what? That Manchester City team was just better than us. That Manchester City team, on and off the pitch, just dominated us. And I spent years crying about imaginary charges. You've cheated. Rodri's handball. The price of chicken balti pies in the South Stand. Whatever bullshit you wanted to come out with. You're wasting your energy on it, lads. And do you know what? What you're going to do when you get charged and this, that, and the other. What do you mean, what am I going to do? I'm going to do what I always do. I'm going to turn up every week, watching Manchester City, singing, "We love you, City," Blue Moon, "We're City from Main Road." What I've seen with these 2 fucking mince pies, yeah, you'll never take away from me or any other Man City fan. What we've seen and witnessed as a football club in the last 10 years will never, ever be taken away. That moment in Istanbul, Navidad Street, İlkay Gundogan, Aguero, Yaya Toure, David Silva, Balotelli at Old Trafford, the Super Cup, the FA Cup final, 30,000 bucket hats, and Gundogan scored. You know, all that shit can never be taken away. It's there to be seen. Just type it in on YouTube. You can watch it yourself. So at the end of the day, it's pure jealousy. I've seen it more this week than I've ever seen. Christmas Day, I'm opening my toys with the kids. Yeah, the kids' toys. And my phone is buzzing with messages, cheats. You're fucking this. You bald bastard this. You're this. I mean, is that the level where we're at now, people? You know what I mean? Probably single dads who are missing the kids on Christmas Day. I get it, mate. Your bird's got the kids at Christmas Day. You're going round at 2 o'clock with a pair of trainers, spend half an hour with your bin lids and off to the boozer with your mates. I get it, mate. I'd be like that. I'd be angry and frustrated. Don't take it out on us. Don't take it out on Man City. We didn't do that. We didn't ruin your relationship. Unless you came home from the game when City beat you and filled your bird in and she fucked you off. That might have happened. But, you know, there's a lot of hate out there. There's a lot of jealousy out there. And this is one thing I noticed with Saudi Arabia. Even the United, Liverpool, Arsenal fans just want to talk about football. They wanted to talk about games and, well, we beat you this game, we beat you that. It wasn't point scoring, talking about charges and fucking you spent this and Mancini done that and we've got this kid and you did. Oh, just like it's draining, man. The English football banter is dead. It's finished. It's finished. And you know what? I did a TikTok video. 99% of comments were from Saudi Arabia, all showing love that you come to Saudi and you were supporting your team. All the British comments, you got no fans, you've only supported Man City 2 years, you're plastic, you've done this, you've done that. And I just thought it sums it up. It sums it up. We sit in this country and we think we're the bollocks. We ain't the bollocks. You know what I mean? There's people out there in places like Saudi Arabia that are showing us love, football love, while we just show hate at each other. And that's when I thought, you know what? Get me on a plane to Saudi anytime to watch football. Anytime. And I'll go. Because the love for the game is beautiful. Good to see. Refreshing. And to see lads who have been going with for 30, 40 years saying they've had the best time ever without having a pint just shows you. And that brings it on nicely to me. Today is 4 years sober. 4 years, no beers. I'm not preaching. You want to have a drink? Have a drink. No problem. Got no problem with it. My mates I drink with every week. But all I'm saying is I made a decision 4 years ago to have 1 year sober. 1 year's now turned into 4. I'm sober. I'm happy. I'm healthy. I feel refreshed. And at the end of the day, it's fantastic. It's fantastic to see. So if there's anyone else out there struggling, there's anyone else out there who maybe wants to go on that journey, send me a DM. There's 5 or 6 lads now at the minute that message me regular. They're going through this. They're doing their own thing. They're sobering up. They're doing what they're doing and that. And fair play to them. But I don't need no praise for it. It was my personal decision. It was about me and my life. And everything in my life's going great without alcohol. But the Saudi Arabian trip opened a lot of eyes. We've won it, people. 5 trophies. Manchester City never thought it'd be done. Julian Alvarez, Kevin De Bruyne, Doku, all the boys getting back to where it was. See De Bruyne on the training pitch, Doku on the training pitch, Haaland on the training pitch is brilliant. We're going to Everton tonight. We don't know what team he's going to pick. We don't know if any of them are going to make the starting lineup. But it's new year, new start. This is when we've got to kick in now. We're a little bit behind the pack in the Premier League. We've got to go forward and win this Premier League again now. We've got to kick into gear, put a run together and sort it out. Get everybody back fit and keep challenging. Anyone who's going to Goodison tonight, I'll see you there. Probably meeting at Tom Frost pub and then walk over from there. We've got Sheffield United coming up and Huddersfield. So at the end of the day, there's a few games coming thick and fast. But at the end of the day, it is what it is, people. We're the champions of the world. Let everybody know about it. Big up everyone who's supporting me. There's not been enough videos on my channel. I know that. I'm plenty on Instagram, plenty on TikTok. Please leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. But Saudi Arabia was a blast. Big up to all the Saudi Arabian friends out there. We won it all in Saudi Arabia. Come on, City.